Ever wondered how ancient pathways transform civilizations and shape the modern world as we know it? Let's unravel the secrets of the world's most influential trade routes and discover how they not only fueled economies, but also connected cultures in ways that still echo through history. Number 1. The Silk Road. Imagine a network of ancient highways connecting the opulent courts of China to the bustling markets of Rome. This was the Silk Road, a monumental trade network that didn't just carry silk, but was a conduit for a rich exchange of ideas, technologies, and cultures. Established in the 1st century BCE, the Silk Road began in Xi'an, China, stretching across the Great Wall, through the daunting Pamir Mountains, and into the heart of Afghanistan before reaching the Levant. From there, treasures were shipped to the Mediterranean, where Europe eagerly awaited exotic goods. Merchants navigated segments of this 4,000-mile wonder, often not completing the journey themselves. As the Roman Empire waned in the 4th century CE, so did the Silk Road's prominence. Yet, its revival in the 13th century under the Mongols brought new vigor. Marco Polo's legendary travels along the Silk Road marked him as one of the first Europeans to set foot in China. This route not only facilitated commerce, but might have also contributed to the spread of the Black Death, adding a dramatic twist to its legacy. Number 2. The Spice Routes. Picture the dramatic and exotic spice routes, the maritime lifelines that connected the East and West. Before the 15th century, spices such as pepper, cloves, and nutmeg were rare luxuries in Europe, monopolized by North African and Arab traders who inflated their value. But with advancements in navigation from the 15th to 17th centuries, Europeans embarked on oceanic voyages, establishing direct trade links with Indonesia, China, and Japan. The quest for spices drove global exploration and transformation. It spurred the creation of faster ships, fueled the age of colonization, and forged new diplomatic relationships. Christopher Columbus's fateful 1492 voyage was driven by a craving for these coveted spices. The Portuguese, Dutch, and English dominated the spice trade, especially in the Spice Islands of present-day Indonesia, igniting fierce competition and profound historical shifts. The spice route's impact was nothing short of revolutionary, reshaping economies and geopolitical landscapes across continents. Number 3. The Incense Route. The Incense Route, a legendary corridor of ancient commerce, was crafted to transport the rare and aromatic treasures of frankincense and myrrh from the southern Arabian Peninsula, today's Yemen and Oman. These resins, harvested from sun-dried tree sap, were more than just fragrances. They were essential for religious rites, royal extravagances, and even mummification rituals. By around 1000 BCE, Arab nomads, having perfected camel domestication, began ferrying these precious goods to the bustling Mediterranean. The scent of frankincense and myrrh captivated the Romans, Greeks, and Egyptians alike. The extravagant Roman Emperor Nero, for instance, famously burned an entire year's supply of frankincense at his mistress's funeral, underscoring their immense worth. Trade along this route was vibrant and prolific, with up to 3,000 tons of incense moving annually. Roman historian Pliny the Elder recorded that traversing the route took a grueling 62 days. The path was not always smooth, as shifting settlements and high taxes occasionally disrupted the flow. By the 1st century CE, the overland incense route began to decline, giving way to burgeoning maritime routes driven by advances in sea travel technology. Number 4. The Amber Road. The Amber Road, a celebrated trade route dating back to around 3000 BCE, wove a mesmerizing tapestry of commerce across Europe. Archaeological discoveries of Baltic Sea amber beads in ancient Egypt highlight the resin's universal allure. Esteemed by the Romans for its beauty and supposed healing properties, amber sparked the creation of an elaborate trade network connecting the Baltic region to the broader European sphere. This gem-like resin, originating from ancient Baltic forests and washed ashore by storms, was harvested by local traders and became a symbol of wealth and trade. Yet, the 12th and 13th centuries marked a grim era when the Teutonic Knights, during the Crusades, seized control of Baltic amber sources. Their oppression of local Prussian communities cast a shadow over this once thriving trade route. Today, remnants of the Amber Road still whisper tales of its past glory in Poland, where the Amber Highway continues to trace the legacy of this luminous route. Number 5. The Tea Horse Road. Spanning over 6,000 miles, the Tea Horse Road was an extraordinary lifeline that interlinked the verdant tea estates of China with the rugged landscapes of Tibet and the vibrant markets of India. This ancient pathway, winding through the formidable Hangduan Mountains and crossing numerous rivers, was not merely a trade route but a challenging adventure. Merchants braved its dangers to trade China's prized tea for Tibet's legendary warhorses, a transaction so pivotal that it significantly impacted the economies of the regions it touched. Dating back to around 1600 BCE, the route truly flourished in the 7th century CE. By the height of the Song dynasty, 960-1279, it had evolved into a dynamic trade corridor. Historical records from 960 to 1127 reveal that approximately 20,000 Tibetan warhorses were exchanged annually for an astonishing 8,000 tons of tea. Although its prominence diminished with the advent of maritime routes, the Tea Horse Road regained its importance during World War II, serving as a crucial supply line when Japanese forces cut off many seaports, thereby reconnecting inland China with India. Number 6. The Salt Route. In ancient times, salt was far more than a mere seasoning. It was a vital commodity that could sway the fate of civilizations. Essential for preserving food and used as an antiseptic, salt's immense value made it a cornerstone of trade. Among the most famous salt routes was the Roman Via Salaria, extending from Ostia near Rome to the Adriatic coast. Salt was so integral to Roman society that it was part of a soldier's wages, giving rise to the word salary, and the phrase "not worth his salt," reflecting its economic impact. In Europe, the Old Salt Road carved a path of prosperity, stretching 62 miles from Lundberg in northern Germany, a key salt-producing region, to Lübeck on the coast. During the Middle Ages, this route was crucial for supplying salt to fishing fleets navigating Scandinavian waters. The preservation of herring, a vital catch, depended on the salt transported along this route. The journey, lasting about 20 days for a cart, saw towns flourish by taxing the precious cargo, transforming the Old Salt Road into a thriving artery of commerce and prosperity. Number 7. The Trans-Saharan Trade Route. The Trans-Saharan Trade Route, stretching from North Africa to West Africa, was a sprawling network of paths that wove through the vast Sahara Desert. Emerging in the 4th century CE, this intricate web of trade routes reached its peak in the 11th century, when massive caravans of over 1,000 camels navigated the desert. These caravans were lifelines for a diverse range of goods, including gold, salt, cloth, and even enslaved people, along with exotic items like ostrich feathers and European firearms. The Trans-Saharan route wasn't just about commerce. It played a pivotal role in the cultural and intellectual exchange between North and West Africa. The spread of Islam from the Berbers brought with it Arabic language, knowledge, and education. This trade route also spurred the growth of monetary systems and the consolidation of power among local rulers. However, by the 16th century, the allure of African goods drew European interest towards the transatlantic trade, diminishing the significance of the perilous desert paths. Number 8. The Tin Route. During the Bronze and Iron Ages, the tin route emerged as a crucial trade artery, delivering a key ingredient for metal making. Tin. The advent of bronze, an alloy of copper and tin, revolutionized technology around 2800 BCE, creating a stronger metal that was highly sought after. Tin, being scarce, became a prized commodity in ancient trade. One prominent tin route, active in the first millennium BCE, began in the tin mines of Cornwall, England. It extended across the sea to France, and then southeast through Greece, reaching even further. This trade route, evidenced by numerous hill forts serving as trading hubs, facilitated a two-way exchange of goods. Artifacts like coral and gold discovered at these sites highlight the route's significance, not just for tin, but for the flow of technology and artistic ideas across Europe. Although written records from this era are missing, the archaeological finds reveal a dynamic network linking Northern Europe with the Mediterranean, underscoring the profound impact of early trade on the shaping of civilizations. If you enjoyed uncovering the secrets of ancient trade routes with us, Give this video a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an adventure through history.